Hi, Virgo. It's for anyone who connects in with Virgo in a special way, or anyone who's curious about Virgo. My friends, I know that these readings don't resonate with everyone, but I hope that there's something here that you can take away from when you're in your week ahead. Okay, I'm getting into the energy, Virgo, so my speech might be just a little bit, I kind of lose track of what I'm saying. So I'll just be quiet now and shuffle. Virgo energy. Ooh, Six of Pentacles trying to... Oh my gosh. Okay. Seven of Wands, Temperance energy. Six of Pentacles trying to make its way out. Ooh, big burst of energy there. Virgo, there we go. Two more now, Virgo. Two more. All right. Okay, let's lay this out and see what we have. Starting off with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Six of Wands in reverse. And the Eight of Cups. We have the Fool here. Two of Wands. And the Four of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. And the Chariot. I see Cancer energy. Could have a Cancer around you, Virgo, but these two cards are really your main themes, so that's more your energy. Okay, my friends, let's go ahead and get started here. We have you in the first part of this week, or the first half of this week, really embodying the Five of Wands. When you're in the Five of Wands energy, you really are in a place of really kind of determining what's the priority. Like, what's the priority here? Is it that or this? And you could be looking at differing opinions. You could be struggling to find the right way of doing something, Virgo. You could really have two kinds of thought running in your mind. You could have what your brain says for you to do and what your heart says for you to do, and you could be really even at odds with that. So you're in a place here of really kind of figuring out like what's best and what's a priority and what comes first and all those kinds of things. You're in a process of determining the way to take actions, basically. As you're stepping into the week, we have you in the Nine of Wands. I mean, there's something going on around you, Virgo, that has been very hard, I think, Virgo, for you. You haven't stepped away from the situation. You haven't... It's a Fool energy, so there's something going on around you. It's something you could be doing or something that someone else could be doing, but it definitely has like it could be mischievous, it could be risky, it could be just naive, or just something that's totally foreign to you, something that you can't really figure out. There's something going on around. It's been quite a puzzle, and I feel like it's something going around in your environment or with the people that you know, or in a situation that you know of, or in your home it's going on. There's something that's going on. It's a new energy, a new kind of person. It's maybe a new way of thinking, a new way. It could be like a new strategy. It could be a new, I don't know. It's just something different and something new that's been around you. And I think it's been hard for you to even know what to do about this situation. What do you do about it? It's hard. And I think that Virgo, the Fool energy here next to the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands talks about whatever is going on, whatever kind of endeavors are going on around you. I think that you are at a place where you're kind of in a way, I don't see you stepping back, but I do see you kind of holding on to what you know is your truth and what you know has helped you through the years, and what you know has been your guide. Like you're kind of saying, okay, well, I think you're being more devout in your own belief system and in what you know to be true, Virgo. And I think in many ways that's given you a lot of peace. It's like, especially with this Five of Wands here, and the Five of Wands riding up over the Fool, over the Two of Wands into the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever's going on here, I think that this has already happened, or it's in the process, and I think that you might not have a whole lot of control here. But in fact, Virgo, there's something inspirational about this, and something that has like this new energy about it. Even when you're in, you look at the colors around here, there's something new and fresh about it. There's something like spring-like about it. It might even have an innocence to it. It could have a new way of thinking, or some sort of outlandish appeal, some sort of ridiculousness, but it just kind of is in many ways like somewhat fascinating too. It could be something that's going on with a young child that's around you, or with somebody that's just doing something very rare and new that's going on around. And I feel like it's something that's already happened. It's in the process of taking place. And I think in many ways it's like, okay, let's move forward with this. It's obviously something that's happening. How am I going to react to this? How am I going to respond? What are the things that I'm going to do? Because time is moving forward. Situations are happening and time is moving forward. How am I going to navigate this new situation that's here? Something new, and something that is maybe fresh and very appealing, but yet at the same time confusing and somewhat, it could be in its own way like somewhat alarming too in some ways. You have the Two of Wands here in the center. So I think that there's a strategy decision that you're going to be making about this. What do you do about this? And I feel like, because the Six of Wands is in reverse, coming in underneath the Two of Wands, I just really feel like you're taking some time to look at the situation. It's almost like there's a hanged man position here with the Six of Wands. Like what you once were doing, or what you once thought to do, or what you would have normally done about this, your response to this, or your participation with this, what you would have done years ago, or what you even would have done 2 years ago. I think that it's a different energy now. Look at the Six of Wands with the Chariot energy. If you take the Chariot energy, which is what you're doing, finding balance and moving forward with a plan, whatever that is, the Chariot energy rides up over the Two of Wands, over the Four of Pentacles, into the Six of Wands, which is an energy of, in many ways, like allowing someone else to have, somebody else is moving, somebody else has something here that's happening. And in many ways, I feel like you're saying, I'm going to be a little hands off here. I'm going to be a little hands off here. And what I would have done out of passion, what I would have done out of excitement, or out of my right to this, or my own belief system, or what I was passionate about, it's not that way anymore. I think Cancer energy here. Sorry. It's not that way anymore, Virgo. I really feel like this is really about finding some sort of middle ground, finding some way to move forward and some way to take action where you'll feel that it's fair and right. This is going into the heart of who you are, and the heart of what you believe in your heart of hearts to be the way to move forward. And sometimes with the Six of Wands, it can be done out of passion and out of, the elbows, like what gets our elbows moving, excitement, things I'm staunchly for. And those rules have been here. I mean, Virgo, I'm not saying you were like that, but I just feel like the Six of Wands is a much more exuberant kind of energy. The Chariot energy is more balanced, and it seems like it has more of a plan. So I feel like you're making some choice this week to address this situation in a way that's really measured and careful. Very measured and careful. And you do have that balance at the end of this week. That's what's really beautiful, Virgo, about how this energy is following through this week. I really feel the Four of Pentacles is here. The Four of Pentacles connects into the Eight of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles talks about what our priorities are. What is it that we truly value in life? And when life gets busy, or when life gets really hard, and we're forced to make some really hard choices, What do we choose as our choices? I just feel like those of you that are connecting in totally understand this, Virgo. This is something that you do really well, and I don't want to be on any kind of a rant about the Four of Pentacles. This is about holding close what is a priority to you, and you holding it close into the heart space, something that affects you emotionally. So this situation is something that's very affects you emotionally. It could affect how you feel about money. It could affect how you feel about those around closest to you. But it's definitely here knowing and understanding what the priorities are for you. And that, I feel, is a measured approach, a measured, careful approach, rather than excited, taking it on approach, a measured and careful approach. And isn't it interesting that these two colors are very similar here? So it's almost like you are, in many ways, adapting to the situation in your own beautiful style, Virgo. It might not be what, you once thought you would do, but I feel like you have seen that this is something that's happened. You have seen that this is a new kind of situation. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Like, once the wheel turns, the wheel is turning to a new age, or a new way of doing something, or a new idea that's here. And no one really likes to have this kind of change. No one really likes to have some sort of new fangled approach. A newfangled approach. There could be a loose cannon in the group. There's another one of those phrases. Those have been coming out. All these old phrases that are connected in with war and starving, and all those sayings have been coming out of me. I think I'm clearing out all that old stuff somehow. All right, Virgo, you end the week in the Eight of Cups, and I feel like in the Eight of Cups with the Four of Pentacles riding over the top of it, I really do feel that life is becoming much simpler for you, Virgo, and maybe even the circle of friends that you have is closer and more connected, or the focuses that you have now are much more, oriented to a singular family. It just feels like there is a narrowing down of the focus of importance in Virgo's attention span, or in their focus. And whatever it was that you were totally committed to and totally interested in and believing in and all of those things, we're seeing a view of simplicity, and in many ways allowing for your own heart and your own soul and your own inner guidance to guide you as you're moving forward into the future. I feel like there's a strengthening of the spirit, strengthening of the soul, a strengthening of the individual authority within the individual, Virgo. Strengthening of the authority held within the individual. That's what I see here, Virgo, that you guys are doing. Are you the one doing the fool? Some of you are, but others of you are having to reconcile something new, and that's very hard. And I think that you've had some sort of a strategy change, or a differing point of view coming in here, because you're really able to hold on to what's important here. And there are some changes in life that you're making, and I think that these changes, letting go of some old beliefs or some old obligations or some ways that you thought you had to be in the past, there's a new simplicity here. And I think for some people, and for many of you, this could be emotionally freeing. I'm say emotionally freeing as well. There's a freedom within the emotional space here, Virgo, that you're experiencing as part of your greater story. I know this is just a week here, but that's what I'm feeling. Do I want to connect? Do I want to go deeper into any of these? I think I've read it quite thoroughly. It'll be interesting to go into the Fool and get just a little bit more information about this. Let's go into the Fool energy. Empress. Two of Cups. This could be between like mother and daughter. This could be between two partners, but it feels like one partner is much more motherly. You have the Empress here with the Two of Cups. So you have this maternal energy, and then you have partnership. So this could be between like bosses and employees, or mothers and daughters, or it just reminds me of like interfamilial kind of things that that happen between families. How do we work together? How do we truly show our love? Like when push comes to shove, what does our heart have us do? I mean, we know what the rules are. We know what the holy books say, right? But when push comes to shove and we're there for one another, what do we extend to one another? What do we allow from one another? What are our moral obligations? What are our constitutional freedoms? And all of that, it's all working in here in this energy. Hierophant, rules for life, management of life, understanding what's most valuable for you and your family in this experience. This is about having, how do we steer, how do we navigate through situations where we might not quite understand one another, but we still certainly love one another. How do we navigate through? And this is what you're doing this week, some sort of navigation. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune just really quickly. There's that Eight of Cups. There's been some sort of change of philosophy, change of interest, change of friendship, change within a relationship. But it's like it's happened. Two of Pentacles. This is something that you encounter every day, or it's something that you make small decisions about every day. It feels like, and this could have taken a period of time for this to kind of culminate. This could be some sort of a culmination, or a fork in the road here too, with this Two of Wands. All right, my friends, I am going to move to the extended now. In the extended, we'll take this energy and move it forward all the way through March, through the month of March, 4 to 6 weeks ahead. And we'll also look at money, energy, and we'll look at love as well for Virgo. So for those of you that would like to follow this energy forward, please go and meet me on the other side. There's a link below for that. And for those of you that are going back to YouTube, I want to thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to read for all of you. And I'll see you back next week with another update for Virgo. All right. Thank you very much.